break any Russian laws. I made an honest mistake, and I hope that in your ruling that it doesn't end my life here.
And where you're heading to, it's called IK2.
IK2.
Known as one of the worst prisons in Russia.
Yeah.
Riley Gaines is back, and this time, she's not just sounding off about trans athletes. Nope, now she's throwing serious shade at the entire WNBA. She's accusing the league of straight-up silencing players when it comes to Brittney Griner's real identity. According to her, anyway. Word is, league officials told players flat out, don't talk about Brittney, don't ask, don't comment, just drop it.
The WNBA has long embraced the LGBT community, both on the court and in the stands. But starting this week, it will become the first professional sports league to have a marketing campaign specifically targeting those fans.
And for us, it's really a celebration of diversity and inclusion and a recognition of an audience that has been with us very passionately.
And ever since Riley went public with this claim, it's like she got iced out completely. Like she cracked open some huge national secret. The whole vibe is mad suspicious. Total silence. Like, what are they hiding? Now everybody's looking sideways like, what is really going on with Brittney Griner? Riley's been on this mission ever since that tie with Leah Thomas at the NCAA swim finals. But this feels way more intense.
The stance that I've taken, the stance that 90% of Americans, and I would imagine 99% of elite level athletes have, that men should not be in women's sports. It's harmful to women to allow such.
And if even half of what she's saying is true, then the WNBA might be in deep trouble. So how did we get here in the first place? It all started with Riley Gaines, the same girl who turned her beef with Leah Thomas into a whole career. Since then, she's been on full blast. Not just dropping hot takes, she's out here trying to blow up the whole system. She made it sound like this ain't just about fairness in sports, it's about real safety. And to show how serious she is, here's a quick clip where Riley spells it out herself. It's short, but it shows exactly what kind of energy she's been bringing from the jump. So yeah, she's basically saying this ain't just about strength or speed. According to her, real women are out here getting hurt. Whether you're with her or not, that's a heavy claim. Now she's pulled Brittney Griner into the fire, accusing the WNBA of staging some next-level cover-up to hide Brittney's true gender. And now we're back to the biggest question on everyone's mind.
Like in that particular jail.
The mattress had a huge blood stain on it, and they give you these thin 2 sheets, so you're basically laying on bars. From middle of my shin to my feet, stuck through the bars, which in prison, you don't really want to stick your leg and arm through bars, you know, because someone go up and grab it, break it, twist it, and that's what was going through my mind.
You were only allowed 1 roll of toilet paper that had to last you a month.
There was like 2-3 months where we didn't get anything.
And the toothpaste had expired, what, 15 years?
It was like 15 years ago. That toothpaste was expired. We used to put it on the black mold to kill the mold on the walls.
Why is the WNBA going so hard to protect Brittney Griner? Because if Riley's even halfway telling the truth, and the league really is covering this up, then we're not just talking about a scandal. We're talking about something massive. First off, if it ever came out that Brittney Griner wasn't biologically female, and the league knew all along, that would blow the roof off the WNBA. We'd be looking at lawsuits flying in every direction, fans walking away, players demanding justice, Congress getting involved. The whole league would be on trial, figuratively and literally. This wouldn't just shake the league, it could end it. And second, if Brittney's gender status ever got officially questioned, her entire basketball legacy would be on the chopping block. We're talking medals, championships, all-star nods, everything. People would start pushing to wipe her record clean, strip titles, erase stats, and rewrite the history books like she never even played. That's not just messy, it's career demolition, legacy gone. And that's why this next clip hits way harder than it should. It's Brittney, right after winning her first championship, emotional, proud, holding it down as the face of the league. Now imagine the WNBA trying to act like that moment never happened, like it didn't count, like none of it counted. No way they're letting that story get rewritten. And third, let's keep it real, this one matters the most. Brittney Griner isn't just any player. She's the player. She survived a Russian prison. The US literally traded an arms dealer to bring her back home. That's not just sports stuff. That's global headline type drama.
What were the conditions like there?
Really cold. It's a work camp. You go there to work. There's no rest. So I'm picking up these big beams of fleece and cotton and silk. We put it on this machine and you roll it out 100 times. Clamp it, cut it.
The whole internet was yelling "Free BG" like it was a movement. And when she finally got home, the WNBA rolled out the red carpet like royalty had returned. She didn't just come back, she came back as a symbol. This next part says it all. When Brittney Griner got released, she didn't just come home and chill. She came back with pride, purpose, and a whole wave of support behind her. So when Riley Gaines throws shade, she ain't just aiming at a player, she's aiming at the WNBA's golden girl. And here's where it really gets wild. If even a piece of what Riley's saying turns out to be true, then boom, she just won the entire biological fairness debate in one move. She's been shouting for years that trans women shouldn't compete in women's sports. If Brittney ends up being the smoking gun that proves her point, that's the win Riley and her people have been chasing all along. And guess what? That's probably exactly why the league is doing everything they can to shut her out. In this next clip, Riley spells it out. Agree with her or not, you'll see why the league might be sweating bullets right now, because the moment she turned that message on Griner, the WNBA didn't just ignore her, they cut her off. And you gotta wonder, if Riley's claims were just wild lies, why go full blackout? Why the silence? Now here's number 5, and don't sleep on it. This ain't just about the WNBA, because guess who's locked in with them tight? The NBA. Yup, Big Brother. The NBA funds the WNBA, slaps their name on joint campaigns, co-signs their moves, and with all this drama going down, the NBA hasn't said a single word. Not even a "We support women" post, which has people thinking, maybe they're not just sitting this one out, maybe they're helping keep it quiet. Because if the WNBA goes down for hiding something this major, the NBA's reputation takes a hit too. Number 6, and this hits deep. The WNBA built its whole brand on being the most progressive league, the most inclusive, pro-LGBTQ+, pro-trans, out front in every social justice campaign. They bragged about it non-stop, but if they've been secretly hiding Brittney's true gender, that's not just shady, that wrecks their whole message. It flips their entire image upside down. Just listen to this old clip of former WNBA president Laurel Richie. She literally says the league prides itself on being inclusive by design. But if this cover-up theory is even partly real, that slogan's gonna age worse than expired almond milk. And finally, don't forget the legal storm. Because if Brittney's gender was misrepresented on official documents, oh yeah, the lawsuits would start flying fast. If any of this turns out real, rosters, medical files, international forms, then we're not just talking bad PR. That's fraud. That's breach of contract. That's straight up federal level heat. This isn't just about bad headlines. It's about investigations, lawsuits, pulled endorsements, the kind of chaos that could actually collapse the WNBA. So yeah, if Riley's even halfway right, this isn't just some drama. This is sports history rewriting itself, right in front of us. But how did this even start? Wildly enough, it all popped off during a regular WNBA game. Phoenix Mercury versus Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark had just taken a hard foul. Nothing crazy, just typical game heat. But Brittney, she was on fire. Full-on stomping, angry energy. And then, boom, a courtside mic caught what sounded like her yelling something wild on her way off the court. Here's the clip Riley jumped on. Listen close to those first few seconds. Yeah, it's fuzzy, sure, but Riley didn't wait a single second. She was already on Twitter blasting it like breaking news. Posted the clip with bolded all-caps captions dripping in outrage. Just a reminder, this is who we traded for the Russian merchant of death. And the internet? Oh, they ran with it. They said bet and started digging deep. And what they found was not light. First stop, Russian prison records. And this one had people clenching their phones. See, when Brittney got locked up overseas, everybody just assumed she was placed in a women's facility. But reports started surfacing saying that wasn't the case. According to multiple sources, Griner was actually held in a men's prison. That one tiny detail sent conspiracy TikTok into full meltdown. People started asking real questions. And here's a clip of Brittney herself talking about those prison conditions. Listen carefully. Pay attention to how she describes the space and why it didn't feel right. Now look, that clip doesn't confirm anything, but the vibe, it's got people raising eyebrows. Hard. Like, did the Russians already know something the US has been avoiding? And if they did, why hasn't anyone in the WNBA addressed it? It's the silence for me. And then came the IG story. The one, Brittney walking around shirtless, like it's nothing. No scars, no chest tape, no compression gear, just a smooth, flat chest, clear as day. And that post, it stayed up for 2 years. No blur, no removal, nothing. Now hold up. Here's the clip everyone's been reposting, pausing, zooming in on. Come on, be honest. If anybody else posted that, AI would have flagged it in 10 seconds. But with Griner, silence. Again, stack that with the Russian prison rumors, the audio clip, the league blacking out Riley, and all the media tipped, and it starts feeling less like coincidence and more like a carefully protected story. And the way Riley's been iced out, it's not giving oops, it's giving you weren't supposed to figure this out, like she leaked some top secret government file. Now this next part, oh yeah, it's about to ruffle some serious feathers, and honestly, might even have a few folks in the WNBA front office snatching their wigs. While the league was out here ghosting Riley like she stole the championship trophy, guess who they suddenly made plenty of time for? Caitlin Clark's fans. Yup, out of nowhere, the WNBA launched an internal investigation. Why? Because some folks online said Clark's fan base was being aggressive and making players feel unsafe. No real threats, no incidents, just spicy tweets. That's all it took. And boom, the league was all hands on deck. Let's investigate. Let's get statements. Let's protect our players. Meanwhile, Brittney Griner is out here on camera, mid-game, cussing out an opponent. And what did the league do? Nothing. Not even a weak, half-baked PR apology. Not a tweet, not a peep. And Riley, she saw it live, called it for what it is, a straight-up double standard. Let's be real. If Clark had said black girl in the same exact tone Brittney did, it would have been over before the buzzer hit. Canceled. Endorsements gone. PR tour in full swing. Probably some awkward sit-down with Gayle King by now. But because it's Brittney, crickets. Suddenly the mic didn't work. Suddenly everyone's got amnesia. At this point, the league can ignore Riley all they want, but the internet, oh, it's loud. And it's not just her anymore. TikTok commentators, Reddit detectives, they all clocked in, and they came with screenshots. While the WNBA's out here acting like the mic clip never happened, the comment sections are spiraling. One viral post even said, "Imagine pretending to be a woman just to dominate the WNBA and still getting cooked by a white girl. LMA, like, that's not even trying to be subtle." Then you've got folks on the other side dragging Riley. One person wrote, "Did anybody even hear her say that? Or is Riley rage baiting again?" So yeah, it's full choose your fighter energy out here. But the wildest comment, the one that had people straight up choking on their water, it's hilarious seeing that big Respect Women's Sports logo at mid-court while a man's literally sprinting across it. Like, not y'all turning the basketball court into a whole runway for a gender war, please. While folks are throwing punches in the comments, Reddit sleuths have been busy connecting dots. And what they're finding? It's wild. Alleged overseas fans say Brittney was listed as non-disclosed on old international rosters. Not male, not female, just blank. And then there's the IG lives, multiple ones, where Brittney was walking around shirtless, no compression gear, no scars, no filters, just straight chest, and no one flagged it. Not the app, not the media, not even the league itself. So naturally, people are starting to call it exactly what it looks like, selective silence. And the longer the WNBA stays quiet, the uglier it gets. Because no matter which side you're on, Team Riley or Team Brittney, one thing is crystal clear. The WNBA is choosing silence over truth. And once the truth slips out, it's not just the W that's going down. It's the whole damn alphabet. Like, share, and subscribe to Juicy Scoop TV, where we keep the receipts real, the tea hot, and the drama unfiltered.